Check it out, this is the Vermillion River. This is right outside of Hastings. But it's like way over its bank right now. Severely bad. And huge, big time. It's like all the way up to the, basically up to the top of the tunnel. And even the water is going out into the field, and it made its own little new path out there. So, and it detoured through the field and across that little road right back there. And here it is on this side. It's getting pretty hairy out here. But yeah, it's all the way into the trees. It's all the way back in there. It's just busting out everywhere. But the trout are just loving this with all the food in the water right now. All right, we're at 180th and Hogan Avenue. This is like the river goes all the way back there into the cornfields. Comes all the way out here. Then it goes in the other side, all the way back into the cornfield. The river even stretches out through there and makes its own new little path over here, which is kind of wild. So it has its own new little chain of the river. I'll go over this way. Hopefully I don't shake too much for you guys. But as you can see right here, the river actually busted its bank completely here and made its own new cool little path. So that's a tributary right there of the Vermillion at this point. And it's going through here, through this guy's field, and it's pushing through all the way to the back way and made its own new cool little path back there. So there's a cool new little lake there. Who knows if there's probably a little trout back in there, who knows. But yeah, 180th and Hogan. And then this is the other side. These guys here, it went all the way into their yard, up into their fenced in field. It's like way up in there. Oh yeah. And then there's like a lake back in here, usually it's empty. Right now it's pretty full to the top, so. As you can see, the cornfields out here are pretty much just filled up with water. Here's coming across the road right here. Nice little creek right there going. But it's coming off this big giant ice field out here. That looks like a lake. That's a giant cornfield. But it goes all the way out, all the way down to there. That's kind of the way we're going, so. But yeah, it comes across the road right here. Nice little water spot. We'll get a 4-wheel drive, we're good. Yeehaw! All right. Yeah, there's another one right there. And this road here is kind of flooded out a little bit too. And we're kind of running across the road right there. This is 180th and Hogan. Behind me is like kind of, I don't know, in between 180th and 170th, I think. But we're gonna turn here because we gotta go one way. We gotta pick one way to go, so this looks like the best of the bunch. Yeah, they got some cones up, obviously, so they gave us some warning. But it's time to get out of here and hit on some main drags. Go a little farther up and I'll show you some more spots. This is like a really fun trout stream to fish on, the Vermillion River, Hastings, Minnesota. So I don't know if you heard about it, but it's they got some awesome giant big browns, but they're mostly in the oh, there's another spot. Yeehaw! There's another spot that's kind of okay, here's the Vermillion. This is at 180th and Gooden. This is it's going right back into the woods there. That strike out there. Right in this area here, I would actually wade in there up to my knees usually during the summer. That's how shallow it usually is. But right now it's going all the way up on the bank and into the cornfield on this side. On this other side, we have a really strong current here. It comes through this really tiny little narrow passageway right here. And right now that narrow passageway is just going bonkers. I mean, it is coming through there with, like crazy. There's no way you're fishing in that. Now, I will say one thing though, to go way upstream, as long as there's no trees laying across the way and you can actually go underneath these bridges, it would be kind of fun to shoot through here with a kayak. Water's just whipping. You could leave Farmington and hit the river. As long as there's no really overhanging trees, you'd be able to, I don't know, shoot all the way down to Hastings probably in about at least an hour or less. It's pretty fast. All right, I'm gonna move up a little farther and show you the big lake that's off to the other side of these trees over here. All right, this is another angle from that lake that I was just showing you a minute ago. There it goes right off to the Vermillion. The Vermillion's actually going right down through the cornfield here. It's extending all the way out into the field on this side. I don't think there's gonna be much trout fishing to be had here for a little while. But then again, things have surprised me before with this river where it's been really, really high, and then you come out here a week later and it's all the way down. So anything's possible. The headwaters for this thing isn't that far away from where I'm at actually right now. So yep, here we go. The town of Vermillion actually is on the side of those trees down there about, I don't know, 1 or 2 miles down that way. And we're gonna have to, it looks like we're gonna have to stick to the main roads because the back roads here are all closed off. I could go down there and try with my truck, but I know there's a pretty big lake at the bottom down there. And the water's probably pretty deep across the road down there. So it's probably not advisable to go down that way. But yeah, this is what we're looking at right now. All the way into the field. Wow. That is just crazy, man. Over here during the summer, I get my crayfish. You know, this past year it was really productive out here, which sucks though because the rusty crayfish is infested this creek. So it's no longer, yeah, it's just rusty crayfish and it's really bad in here. But yeah, wow, those logs still haven't moved. They're still down there, so. I was kind of hoping with this flood that it would have pushed those trees down there out, but those trees are still there. It's too bad. I was kind of hoping they would have flushed them out and just pushed them down the river or moved them over or something, but there's the water. There's a pathway right down there. It goes all the way down here. But yeah, not anymore. Well, there will be in a few weeks, but yeah, off to the next spot. We're gonna try to go on the other side of 52. Show you over there, on the other side of 52 and 220th. All right, we're at the south branch of the Vermillion River. Yeah, the water has really come down here quite a bit, which is a good sign. So, I mean, actually, I know it looks bad, but you could probably actually get in there and cast a couple spinners right through there, off the bank down here. Because the water is really not moving super bad. The other day, it was all across that field. And then you got this back area in here that you can see. It's kind of black back in there. That was all covered with water too. But now that's totally out. So that's a good sign that this creek's going down. So now I'm just kind of out scouting, checking it all out. Beautiful sky. For those who don't know it, we kept the Transit. It's back at the house. Well, we picked this beauty up. 2019 Toyota Tacoma. Sorry about that. Apparently I can't talk. But 4-wheel drive, just a beaut. We got the extended box on it too because the other box was too small and my sled wouldn't fit for my ice shack and stuff, and I didn't want to get a trailer right away. But we wanted to get this so we could eventually get a boat and then possibly get a camper, because it doesn't work too well hauling it up on our the Transit. The Transit doesn't work very good at hauling anything. All right, we're gonna head up to another spot a little farther down here and actually show the main river again up here on the other side of Highway 52. All right, we're back off of the Vermillion River. We're off of 200th and Blaine. This is about as far up as I'm gonna take you guys. But there it is right there. It's basically coming all the way into the trees here, which is, you know, not where it's supposed to be. But anyways, yeah, this is like they have some sort of little station here, river station. I don't know what it does for checking the depth of the water. Something for the Vermillion River here is some little shack, water, something like that. Anyways, for anybody who knows this area, this is what it's looking like right now. Pretty bad. It's going all the way into their yard, all the way up to their driveway. It's pretty bad in here. They got some big pieces of ice here they're trying to get, broken free here. There's some back there that's just kind of sticking up from all the water, pushing it down. If you can see, it goes all the way back into the trees. Yeah. It doesn't look like the Vermillion really is going to be fishable for a while at this rate. If you look at it from here. Maybe the south branch, but not this area. This area here is going to be off limits for a while. All right, everybody, yeah, thanks for sticking around and watching this stupid video of Vermillion River and its extreme flooding.